According to the Urban Dictionary, and well, basically any dictionary if you ask my opinion, a thirst trap is basically a photo or a social media post or perhaps even a video that is intentionally designed to attract attention, admiration or even compliments about the person's appearance. And some of our favorite TV shows and films kind of get derailed by a thirst trap. In this video I'm rounding up my 5 favorite thirst traps that kind of made us forget to pay attention to the plot of the film or the TV show. Let's head over towards Rainbow and follow the yellow brick road.
Your thirst trap.
Follow the yellow brick road.
I'll find the book.
You can't go alone. It's too dangerous.
My destiny.
Legend of the Seeker.
Legend of the Seeker was a fantasy adventure series created by Sam Raimi and based on the Terry Goodkind Sword of Truth novels. It follows Richard Cypher, a woodsman who discovers that he is a seeker of truth and is thrown into the world of magic, prophecy, dangerous enemies, and a very attractive amount of sword-waving chaos.
Legend of the Seeker is like nothing people have seen on TV. You'll just turn it on and instantly, no matter where it is in the show, it'll just look like, where is this place?
The show ran for only 2 seasons, with Craig Horner starring as Richard, alongside Bridget Regan and Bruce Spence. Craig Horner as Richard Cypher is not merely the hero of The Legend of the Seeker. He is the kind of hero who accidentally turns every episode into a slow burn distraction campaign. The show may be about destiny, tyranny, magical relics and world-saving quests, but the camera spent a suspiciously generous amount of time treating Richard like the answer to a very specific audience prayer. He is earnest, brave and noble, which is all very respectable, but he is also unfairly handsome in that clean, outdoorsy, fresh escape from the fantasy novel way that makes focusing on the plot feel almost rude.
Just helping out a mate. You and Darren aren't mates. We're best friends in primary school. Well, that was ages ago.
Heartbreak High was a reboot of an Australian teen drama set at Hartley High, where a scandalous mural exposing students' hookups kick off a chain of romance, embarrassment, friendship drama and very public emotional damage. Dustin "Dusty" Reed, played by Josh Heuston, is not merely a character so much as a walking interruption. He has a sort of presence that makes viewers forget whatever moral crisis, classroom argument or emotional breakthrough was happening 5 seconds earlier. And the show's own setup makes it clear that Heartbreak High thrives on the constant mix of hookups, secrets and social fallout. What makes Dusty such an effective thirst trap is that it was not written like a parody of attractiveness. He is styled like the kind of character who would easily casually lean against a hallway locker and instantly create fandom subgroups. The character does not need to announce himself, he just appears and then suddenly the plot feels like background noise. And that is the real trick. A lesser show would have treated the pretty face like a decoration. Heartbreak High, on the other hand, understands that a truly magnetic character can become a narrative detour all by himself. It is a show where people can return to check their emotional arcs and then accidentally stay for the distractions. So yes, Dusty Reed is definitely a thirst trap, but he's a high quality one. Stylish, polished and just self-aware enough to be irresistible without turning into a joke. That is why the show works so well. It gives viewers enough substance to justify the binge, and then slips into a character who turns attention into a full-time job. In a school full of chaos, Dusty is the most charming interruption of them all. Saturday Island, released in 1952 and also known as Island of Desire, unfolds during World War II in the South Pacific. The story centers on Lieutenant Elizabeth Smith, a dedicated Canadian nurse played by Linda Darnell, and a Marine Corporal Michael J. Chicken Dugan, portrayed by the very young Tab Hunter. Their hospital ship strikes a mine and sinks, leaving them as the only survivors washed ashore on a deserted island abandoned by its native inhabitants.
Quite a job you've done already. You haven't seen anything yet. I'm gonna fix this shack so nothing short end of the world will hurt it.
In 1952, the year Saturday Island arrived in theaters, American culture maintained strict silences around same-sex attraction. Homosexuality was classified as a mental disorder, criminalized in most states and rarely acknowledged in mainstream media. Tab Hunter, a gay actor, didn't live his life openly, but we all knew, and that's what made him such a treasure. Against the backdrop of this film, Tab Hunter's performance as Corporal Dugan offered something rare and potent. Extended glimpses of a young man's body, presented without apology or shame. The film's island setting demanded practical undress. Hunter appears shirtless for much of the running time, swimming in the lagoon, hauling supplies, climbing trees, or simply resting in the heat. His physique, honed from swimming and athletics, gleamed under the tropical sun. Broad shoulders, defined arms, and a smooth chest that catches the light as he moves. These moments feel unforced, tied to survival rather than exhibitionism. The camera lingers on his form and the matter-of-fact ease that was, well, for that era, strikingly bold. The shirtless sequences in Saturday Island were not about seduction in the modern sense. They showed a young man simply existing in nature, his body functional and alive. For many young gay men in the early 1950s, those images stirred feelings they couldn't yet name. Sitting in darkened theaters, perhaps with family and friends, they experienced a sudden quickening of their pulse when Hunter appeared on the screen. The sight of his tanned skin, the easy strength in his limbs, and the way he laughed or just simply stretched in the sun. These details lodged in memory. If you made it this far in the video, it means that you're enjoying my video, and this video is proudly brought to you by my Patreon members. I do have a Patreon page as well, although I do have a bit of a hiccup, but I am posting at the moment via Dropbox while I still try and sort out my Patreon. So if you want to check out my Patreon and see some exclusive stuff that you won't see on YouTube, I'll put a link in the description of this video. But for now, let's get back to the video.
You said boys trip to Cabo. I did not know what to expect.
You thought we were gonna go golfing or something?
American sports story Aaron Hernandez is a 2024 FX limited series from Ryan Murphy that chronicles the dramatic rise and tragic fall of the NFL tight end Aaron Hernandez. Starring Josh Andrés Rivera in the lead role, the 10-episode season follows a talented New England Patriots player from his standard college days at University of Florida through his professional success, personal struggles, legal troubles, and eventual conviction for murder. The series delivers an absolute feast for the eyes, packed with fit, athletic men who make it nearly impossible to stay focused solely on the plot. Rivera brings serious intensity and physical presence as Hernandez, and the camera clearly appreciates every angle of his transformation into the powerful tight end. Locker room scenes crank up the heat with casual towel drops, rear views, and that unmistakable post-game energy where guys banter and unwind without a care. These moments feel authentic to the sport, but they land as pure visual indulgence, offering repeated chances to admire strong backs, defined arms, and confident strides. I found myself often hitting pause or replaying episodes not just for the story twists, but for those lingering shots of confident, athletic men owning their space.
Your thirst trap.
Baby Daddy was a sitcom that follows Ben Wheeler, a laid-back bartender in his 20s living in New York City. His carefree life flips upside down when his ex-girlfriend leaves her baby daughter Emma on his doorstep with a note. Determined to raise her himself, Ben relies on his tight-knit circle: his older brother Danny, who is a professional hockey player, his best friend Riley, a lawyer with long history with the family, and Tucker, a sarcastic roommate, and his bold, meddling mother Bonnie.
We're so winning the costume contest this year.
Derek Theller's portrayal of Danny Wheeler stands out as the ultimate thirst trap in Baby Daddy.
Thirst trap!
The kind that quietly hijacked the entire viewing experience and turned casual viewers into a dedicated abs fanbase. As the tall, broad-shouldered older brother and New York Rangers hockey star, Theler brought an effortless physical presence that the show leaned into with joyful frequency. Those shirtless scenes, whether he was fresh from a game, cooling down in the apartment after a workout, stepping out of a shower, or simply celebrating a win with his jersey already halfway down, these scenes did more than just add eye candy. They completely derailed whatever plot point was unfolding, and the audience members loved every second of it. Viewers found themselves rewinding, not to catch a joke, but to linger on the way his abs tightened with a laugh or how his shoulders filled the frame with that natural athletic confidence. What made these moments such perfect thirst traps was how seamlessly they blended into Danny's character without feeling forced. The hockey player setup gave the writers endless excuses for some skin, post-practice recovery, victory celebrations, and even casual mornings around the apartment. Theler carried it all with a playful charm that never came across as arrogant. He flashed that easy grin, tossed in a self-deprecating line, and somehow made the display feel like a friendly invitation rather than a showy flex. Fans might have been tuning in for the baby hijinks at the start and the quick banter, but they all stayed glued for the next time Danny peeled off a layer of clothing. The result was pure distraction gold. Story arcs about fatherhood lessons or romantic mix-ups simply couldn't compete once those scenes hit the screen. People openly admitted in online discussions that they rewatch entire episodes, sometimes skipping ahead to the shirtless bits, because those glimpses delivered an instant rush that the rest of the show could not match on its own. It made rewatchers feel like a guilty ritual. Hit play, wait for the inevitable shirtless sequence, and let the plot fade into pleasant irrelevance. The show's creators clearly knew what they had in Theler. They gifted audiences these scenes regularly across the seasons, each one landing like a well-timed wink. In the end, Danny Wheeler became the reason many returned to Baby Daddy, not for the clever twist or heartfelt family moments, but for the sheer heart-fluttering thrill of Derek Theler owning every second he spent on the screen without a shirt. Those scenes elevated the series from a fun sitcom to a personal highlight reel, proving that sometimes the best part of a plot is one that makes you forget it entirely. If you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy my video that I did a while back about the 10 best Hercules actors in cinema history. You can watch that video next by clicking on the link that should be popping up on your screen in a moment in this vicinity over here. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. It seems like something small to you, but it helps with the algorithm so that other people like yourself that might enjoy my content can find me more easily on YouTube. Also, just double check that you are subscribed. Over 70% of my viewers aren't subscribed. And also just click on the notification bell so that you can be notified as soon as I post new content. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be tomorrow.